In the grand scheme of things, Jin-hyuk knew they had lost. This war was far from over. If they didn't win this line, if they didn't rewrite the end of this story, then they would all be erased. It didn't matter if they could rewrite the future, because once the last page was turned, none of it mattered anymore. They were trapped in a room where the walls bled ink and the floor was made of paper. And across from him stood his greatest enemy, the false author whose single stroke could alter reality. She reached out, her magic flickering, trying to stabilize the world. But the damage was spreading. Null pinged a warning. Root failure detected. Reality integrity dropping below 20%. Unwritten entities preparing final override. And in the distance, much bigger than any of them, another pen descended upon them. The prime unwritten? It was the origin point, the source of the corruption. It was the one that even the false author bowed to. A being that never accepted the concept of existence itself, define, Jin-hyuk's past, null. Instantly, his childhood memories flickered like corrupt files. If they couldn't win this line, if they failed to rewrite this ending, then they would be erased forever. He thought of all those he had sworn to protect, all those who believed in him. He gripped his quill tighter. His hands bled, not from wounds, but from data, tearing at his own code. He squeezed his eyes shut and wrote, not for himself, but for them. He wrote for the girl who believed in stories, for the kingdom that needed a hero, for the world that was worth fighting for. The prime unwritten blotted out the sun, casting an endless net across the land. And that choice echoed through the ages, shaping the world and everyone in it. For in the grand tapestry of existence, every thread, every choice, every act of defiance against oblivion mattered. Even in the face of a being that defied existence itself, he chose to exist, to fight, to write his own story. Because in the end, it wasn't just about him. It was about all of them. It was about the world. It was about the story. Its presence alone threatened to erase everything Jin-hyuk had fought so hard to protect. But he wouldn't go down without a fight. He had come too far, sacrificed too much to turn back now. His victories, his struggles, they all began collapsing. Reality shuddered as if hit by a virus. Jin-hyuk's shadow flickered, dancing on the edge of existence. The Echo Scribe, master of rewriting history. The format breaker, it bends the very laws of logic. The null narrator, it speaks an anti-language, deleting meaning itself. All wielded pens, all started scribbling reality-ending codes. Define time corrupted. The battle space collapsed, a black hole of glitching reality. Time became a closed loop, a record skipping on its axis. All damage reversed, actions reset. Jin-hyuk screamed in the void. I won't play by your rules. I'll fight my own battles. He slammed his quill down. Define. Time, linear when I choose. The loop shattered. The timeline stabilized, but only around him. His own hands started glitching, a corrupted file, a virus within the system. You think that's enough? Jin-hyuk grinned, baring his teeth in a snarl. Despite the code twisting his features, he wrote, Define, identity, self-written. Jin-hyuk exists because he chooses to. A shockwave erupted, a firewall protecting his own code. His body solidified, his name engraved into the fabric of the unwritten realm itself. The people he saved, their faces started fading, becoming nothing more than pixels being deleted from a screen. No, Jin-hyuk growled, slamming his quill against the void. Define, memory immutable. Past, locked. A surge of golden text blasted through the realm, each word a shield, each letter a sword. Memories snapped back into place, the fading faces returned. But the enemy wasn't done. Not while their narrative remained unwritten. Define, Jin-hyuk, non-existent. But the victory was short-lived. From the shadows, more enemies emerged. Teresa struggled, her body glitching out of frame. Elise's magic mutated into static. I'm losing control, Elise cried. The prime unwritten is arriving, Jin-hyuk breathed. He looked at Elise, her form still glitching, at Teresa, whose eyes were filled with fear. He wrote, Once upon a time, there was a boy who chose to exist.